Y'all, I'm tired. Ooh, that line dancing just wore me out.
So yoga is starting right now in 2 minutes. Okay? So stay where you are, bring your mat.
Time for yoga. Hey y'all, she's up again and I'm heading out to Black in the Block wellness event. I attended the event before. It was amazing. They have slightly different programming today, but still a good variety of workout options. I'm so excited to be able to join them again today. So I'm going to show you just what the day is like. Hey, you guys, it is that time of the year again when we're all contemplative and reflective, coming up with our goals for the year. And part of those goals will include our health and wellness goals for the year, or should include it. If you are considering what should my wellness journey look like this year, don't you worry, we got you. So I'm going to take you through a wellness day today with Black in the Block, but it's going to give you a good diversity of options in which you can continue as a fitness or health regimen for the year ahead. Also, we know that our financial wellness is intimately connected to our overall health and wellness. And so today, if you are concerned, how am I going to afford my wellness journey because you want to participate in something that requires payment, don't you worry. You are going to hear from our health and wellness and financial advisors today. Hey y'all, look at me, trying to get my boxing on. Okay, right, I'm about to hit it up. Check me out. I'm about to get my Mayweather on. Forget about Mike. Don't tell him I said that. When it comes to your taxes, investments, business, don't you worry. We're going to give you some quick tips from some experts today. And also, we're going to give you some insight on something everyone should know, but most people don't know, on how you can cover your health and wellness regimen this year. Don't you miss it. Stick around. We're going to give you all you need to know for your success in your health and wellness this year. And as always, don't forget to do what? Click subscribe. So do you know that most Americans do not meet the recommendation when it comes to being physically active? Do you know what the recommendations are for the average adult? Well, if you don't you worry about it. We're going to give you a reminder today. There are two forms of exercises that we can all benefit from on a weekly basis. The first one is your aerobic exercise. That's the one that's going to bring on your cardiovascular health and make sure your heart is nice and strong, keep your blood pressure low. The other is your muscle strengthening exercise. That's the one that's going to keep us agile, prevent us from falling, make us stronger, bulk up our muscle. And the one important thing that most people don't know is that this is the key to controlling your metabolism. So if you want your glucose to be better controlled, you want your metabolism to work more efficiently, you need to build muscle on a weekly basis.
And let's walk our feet to the center, bring them together. Vertebrae by vertebrae, roll it up. We're gonna reach up, big inhale, big stretches. Exhale. Good, guys. And once again, let's take up all of that space. Reverse shoulder rolls.
With today's episode, please do not try any routine if your surroundings are unsafe and may increase your risk for falls or other injuries, or similarly, if you have underlying health conditions that may do the same. If you are uncertain, please consult your healthcare provider.
All right, now we're gonna get those heart rates up. Let's get to the hands and faster feet. Let's go. Forward leaning, everything on the balls of our feet. All right, check it out, guys. We're gonna go out, in, out, in. Let's work that agility. We're gonna breathe, keep that hinge. And faster. Let's go.
Hey, you guys, friendly reminder, if you have not moved for the day, this is a great opportunity to try out some of these exercise regimens. Try them if you've never tried them before. Try them if you're considering using them as your regimen for the year. Either way, try them, have fun.
All right, drop my hand to that chin. Leave hand up. Let's sit into that stance. Beautiful. All righty, guys. First two punches is the jab and the cross. That jab is that non-dominant hand. So let's raise that non-dominant hand now. Beautiful. For that jab, I'm gonna close that distance out and in. Whip it. Good. Extend that shoulder. Stop. Good. I'll fight for you. Jab. Good. Let me hear that breath. Jab. 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 Good. Double it. Jab. 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 Hey. Good. Now that cross that dominant hand now. Extend it. Good. Breathe. Turn that shoulder. Good. Cross. Cross. Good. Jab. Cross. Jab. Putting it together. Jab. Cross. Good. Jab. Cross. Good. Jab. Cross. One more. Jab. Cross. Good. Hand back up. Good. Now, hands at the hips. We're going to practice those circles first. We're going to practice that today. All right? A lot of people think boxing is the arms, it's the whole body. So notice how I'm turning the whole body from the hip to shoulders. Excellent. Hands back up. Let's add the arms up and over. Hook, 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 hook. Beautiful. Put that body in. Hook, 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 hook. Beautiful. Hands back up. Onto those uppercuts. Aim for that chin. Dig, 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 dig. Dig up. Good. Speed jab cross.
Did you know that a great tip when it comes to exercising is to do exercise routines that also make you think? So things that make you calculate, things that make you remember, like choreography, are great ways of not only getting your physical body into shape, but also to improve your cognition.
Back, forward. Back, beautiful. Left. Right. Gotta make sure I don't fall off. Left. Right. Excellent. Right. We're gonna step forward with that jab cross. Feel like that box on that bounce. Hit, jab cross. Bring it back. Hit, resist. Hit. Good. 1, 2. Right here. Jab, single, jab, cross, 1, 2. Beautiful. Jab, cross, 1, 2. Bop, 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 wop, wop. You want more? Wop, wop, bop. Oh, no. Last one. Here we go. Wop, wop, bop, bop. Perfect. See what you got. Single punch right now. Single jab, single cross, 1, 2. Wait for me. Here we go. Watch the distance right here. We're going to keep the same distance between us. So if I go this way, you'll follow me. If I go that way, you'll back up. Here we go. Jab, cross, 1, 2. Wop, 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 wop. Wop, 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 wop. Last one. Wop, 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 wop. Perfect. You already here. Let's see it, man. She's the fight. Rolling guys, we're using our legs. Don't hit the side, don't lean. Use those legs, go like this. We're going down like this. Here we go. Last one right here. We're rotating.
Did you guys know that the rate of homelessness increased by 18% from 2023 to 2024? Did you also know that Blacks represent 37% of the homeless population, despite only being about 13% of the overall population in the United States. What do you think about that?
So we have our amazing sponsors from Lush Cosmetics and Bumble Socks. So we go and we have our care hygiene kits here packaged, and then we do like personalized care notes and comments. So we're giving back over 1,000 kits this month.
Wow.
So yeah, we try to do close to 1,000 kits each month, especially for the holidays. So we always hit 1,000. It's really more than that.
And you target what areas?
So we do all over. So we do a lot more so in South LA because 80% of our kits are given to Black and Brown communities because they're more disproportionately impacted by homelessness and at risk of homelessness. So hygiene insecurity, just like food insecurity, is a real thing. So hygiene insecurity, period poverty. So we are always trying to give back because a lot of shelters and places, they only have money for food. They don't have it for hygiene, and we all need hygiene because it's a basic human right. So
love it. And the name of your nonprofit?
Why We Give. So
love it.
Here on the shirt.
Love it, love it, love it. This is awesome. So how do we support you?
So you guys can follow us on our Instagram at Why We Give Project and support us. We are always in need of volunteers. If you're not able to come out in person, $5 helps to sponsor one of these amazing hygiene kits. So we also put toothbrush, toothpaste, all the things deodorant. So $5 to sponsor a kit, or you can just come in person and volunteer. So.
Wonderful.
I'll be the moderator today, and if you guys can just introduce yourself, who you are, what you do.
So Dominic Jordan. I also work at JP Morgan as well, wealth management. Basically run a small practice of about 425 million in assets under management for institutions, family offices, and individual clients and athletes and entertainers. Focuses financial planning, organization of finances, budgeting, cash flow, legacy planning, trust will, management, everything that falls under that scope of generational transfer of wealth.
All right, good afternoon. My name is Jason Obede. From Pasadena, California. I work I do cybersecurity at DoorDash. By night, I have my own small tax preparation and consultation business.
How's it going, everybody? Kendall, born and raised in San Diego, in non-LA. I've been in the financial sphere for, I'd say, about 11 years now. I started, I got my real estate license, and I was like, I'm not making no money in real estate. And I can't really help our people because I didn't really have clients, and I realized that a lot of people had bad credit. So I started trying to create a real estate company. What's going on, y'all? My name is Brandon Smith. I'm from Baltimore, Maryland. I've been living here for about 5 years. I own a creative agency called Digital Footprint, and we specialize in like social media influencer, marketing, acquisition, execution, etc. I'm also a creative partner for Capital One, a national tour with them. I also run artist marketing for Rock Nation, entertainment company funded by Jay-Z. And then I'm also on the business development team for Ethica. About 5 years ago, I paid off my student loans with just no tricks or nothing, just saving money and just like, all that good stuff, being cheap, to be honest. And now my goal is just to help other people that look like me, specifically that look like me, because I know that we just didn't have help growing up like that, or mentors and things like that. So
Very impressive panel. And you mentioned paying off just like student loans and debt. So I'm going to start with you in terms of what would you recommend for people who are trying to pay off debt, and how do they go about navigating that versus investing for the future?
Well, for me personally, because I don't wanna give like super crazy advice that don't seem realistic, but for me, when I was trying to pay off my student loans and like invest, I was working at Macy's, and I was making $7, 50 cents an hour, and I was living at home. So I was just making like just small decisions, like okay, I'm not trying to keep up with the internet, keep up with the Joneses. Let me scale back my living, even though the internet, you think everybody's rich and well off. I was just working at that job, going home, saving up, and then I began to ideate what my agency was was to look like in the next few years. So that was, I guess, my form of investing, was seeing where I wanted my future business to be. So every day I would come home and see like, okay, when I was in scale, if I had a business, this is how I would do it. And I would just treat it like home, like a college course. So every day, I would just use my paychecks, paying us to get loans, just $50,000 debt, by the way, and then, you know, it took me 2014 to 19, it took me about 5 years, so I had 2 part-time jobs, and, well, yeah, so what I did was just treated my side hustle like it was like school, and then went home, studied, and just outlined a plan, and so I wasn't really like big in investing like stocks and stuff, it was more so like what I'm doing now is the investment, if that makes sense. So like I invested in the future life that I wanted to live, so like who I wanted to meet, the network I wanted to be in, the spaces I wanted to be in, I like really planned that every day, even though I didn't have the resources. So I guess, I don't know how to call that, but like strategic financial planning for the future, I don't know, creative planning, but that's kind of like how I invested, so then, you know, over time you pay that.
Love that. And for you, Kendall, how would you relate this in terms of fixing credit? What are 3 things you would advise people who are looking to fix their credit? How to get started and get on top?
One of the first things is you don't always just want to look at your vendor score, you know, your actual FICO score. I recommend you can use my score to try to give me IQ. So a lot of people don't understand what's on their credit report. So there's a charge-off and there's a collection. If you do have those negative things on your credit report, you want to get those items removed immediately. Because if you are applying for funding, it's going to be really, really hard to do it. You can dispute those items even through Experian. I have some free information I can get you guys after too to get those items removed really, really quick. The first things first is to clean out your credit, anything that's negative. Second thing would be to build it up, add an authorized user trade line to your account, which is if you know someone that has really good credit and they have credit cards that are over 5 years old and has 0 utilization, which means that they aren't using that credit line, have them add you as an authorized user on that credit report so it can boost your score anywhere from 50 to 100 points. So once your credit's clear, you start to build it up, adding some trade lines, and then another thing you can do is you can continue to add primary accounts once you have the trade line on there, once you get rid of all the trade accounts. So it's kind of a process. People think you can just add these trade line accounts on there and you automatically get your score to the next level. No, you can start by removing the negative items first and then what's on there. So just checking and monitoring your credit on a monthly basis and seeing and make sure you're missing your payments.
What's a trade line?
So a trade line is you're added as an authorized user. So a lot of people refer to as trade lines. So you're essentially just an authorized user. So if I have a credit card, say I have a Chase Sapphire card, and I add you as an authorized user, you are now added as a trade line on that. So you're not the primary card holder, you're the secondary card holder. So now that card is reported on your credit. So if it's a $10,000 card, you are now having that $10,000 card reported on your credit report, and you don't even have to physically have a card or anything. So if someone adds you, you get the benefits of the reporting, but you're not liable for it.
So are you saying a trade line is a person, their credit, or is it a company?
So
what is the trade line, not the process?
So the trade line is just really the term for it. It's actually called authorized user. So you're added as an authorized user, but it's referred to in the credit space as a trade line. So you're piggybacking on someone else's good credit. So if you have friends and family members who's responsible, let's just say they have over 780 or 800 credit score, but like, hey, can you add me as an authorized user? They're adding you as an authorized user. So it's just referred to as a trade line.
I'm just going to clarify because I actually do that as a business. Your credit will increase as long as you're authorized user on that line, but once you're removed, your score can readjust.
Absolutely,
So I
absolutely.
just want to be clear about that.
And the reverse is applicable. Like my mom had me on a Discover card that she did not pay off, and I had her take me off of it before I bought my house, and then boosted my credit score by not being authorized user on that card.
Yeah, so it's really, once you are removing those negative accounts, use it for a certain time period. So you can be added for 3 months, you can be added for 6 months. So depending on how long you are on there, anytime you remove the account from your credit report, your score is going to go down. So if you go and you close a credit account, once you close that account, your score can go down, especially if that's one of your most aged accounts.
Are there ways to add like trade lines if you don't have anyone that can put you on there?
Absolutely, you can go to a trade line company. I can help you on that as well. Yeah, there's a lot of trade line companies right now. Okay, so it depends if you have the card. If I add you to one of my trade lines and I physically give you the card, whatever you spend is now hitting that account. But if I don't give you the card physically, there's nothing that you can do. You're just getting the reporting benefits of it. You actually don't have access to the funds.
So I was going to give you an example.
So I did that for one of my cousins. I never gave her the card, and now you have the ability to go online and turn the card off. So even if she called to try to get one, it's locked, and I'm the only person who can unlock it. So you can ask someone by saying, hey, I don't want you to give me a card, I just want you to add me to the account, and then, when it's done, you have to keep yourself off.
I would say to get your taxes in order. I'm also talking from like let's say like a tax preparation perspective. So annually you have the deadline where you have to submit your tax return. Most people want a tax refund, right? So I would say one, really understand the nuance of what a tax refund is, because I know most people are excited when you get a tax refund. In reality, you getting a tax refund means that you let the government borrow more money. Money that you can either spend on yourself, continue to invest, and so on and so forth. So I know some of my clients hate to hear it, but I mean, like, you got a big refund, but you blew it. Like, you could have did some more things depending on your financial circumstances to actually leverage your own money for yourself. So in terms of like 3 things to get your taxes in order, I would say, depending on where you are financially, if you're just a W-2 employee, you don't necessarily have like investments, or you're not like a self-employed contractor or have a business, I would just say understand your withholdings with your employers, know how much you are getting on your paychecks, why you're giving that. That's really driven by your W-9 when you or your W-4 when you're first onboarded. That lets you know, like, hey, how many dependents do you want to claim? Do you want to add on additional deductions? So really understand what you're choosing there, because that drives your paycheck. Don't just drop it all the way down because I'm already up front, otherwise you need to do that. Really understand the conditions. I would say during the tax season, if you're doing your own taxes, like a turbo tax or a picture on the lot, understand the questions that they're asking you that's guiding you through the flow, because I've had various clients who they might put in a list of checkbox and now they lost $300 or a couple $100 on a tax return, or they think they're dependent, or they think they have dependents and they claim the wrong thing, and now the IRS is withholding their money on their refund, or maybe they're going to actually do a additional penalty or a fee. So really understand if you're doing it yourself, the decisions you're making. And then lastly, if you're just like, hey, this isn't my realm, fine, get a tax preparer that's either has a credential. There's a lot of folks that they might try to make you, they might say, hey, I can do your taxes, I know how to get you a big refund. Watch out for those people. Because in reality, there's a lot of frauds out there. I've dealt with so many clients that, maybe they got the big refund, but now the IRS is trying to come back. They want the refund and then some. And the person that prepared your taxes, they didn't necessarily sign off on your tax return. So they put whatever they put. They probably charge you a bunch of money, but to the IRS, you did it yourself, so you're liable for all the penalties and things that come with it. So really understand when you're submitting your tax return to the IRS that, like, this is a representation. If you self-sign it, you're liable for everything. If you work with a tax preparer that actually signs off on themselves, there's still an opportunity for you to be liable, but at least there may be an opportunity for a shared blame type of situation.
So I would say, the first thing I do is I always tell clients, no matter how old, no matter where you are in your financial journey, is to really be patient and then assess what your cash flow is. I would speak for myself, I would speak for anybody in this room. I didn't have a rich uncle, right, father, family that had an inheritance or anything like that, right? So for me, I live on a month-to-month cash flow, right? I'm sure it's due, or if you're 1099, maybe you want to do it quarterly, right? Just assess where you're at. And really assess what your expenses and what you're spending primarily. Because those are going to be the biggest changes that affect you in the long term when you're disciplined today. So budgeting for money is way more important sometimes than investing, because that sets the tone for how much you can invest over time. Two, when it comes to your planning and your financial planning or investment planning, assess where you are, what you're contributing, and what we need to understand is this game, this investment game is the long term. And then the final thing is protection. So for me, it's all about setting up your trust, your wills, your durable power of attorneys, setting up, making sure you have your legacy, your beneficiaries in place, and then making sure that's applied to all the accounts that you have. So doing those, I would say 3 things are pretty much on a good start. Legally, I can't give investment advice, but we'll talk about that on here. So.
I'm like so basic. I need to see things in like, spelled out. I'm not like super like go to like some fancy college and stuff. So I need things like just whatever. And I had an app that showed me like you know, what I spend per month and what topics and what categories I'm in. And that really helped me understand, because I think part of long-term investing in budgeting is having a relationship and knowing your spending habits. So when I looked at it, I'm like, damn, like, okay, $200 on dinners per month. I went out 4 times. It helped me get real, like, granular with my decision making, because now I'm like, okay, every time I say no, I'm saving $50. You know what I mean? So then I look at everything like that. I'm like, okay, boom, I go out and spend X amount of money. Wow, I didn't know when I moves add up. I'm like, well, you see it? So like, just to add on that, I would say, like, if you don't have an accountant or anything, just open up a spreadsheet and just, you know, document categories. Like, okay, my $1 bill. If somebody in this room here, you know, somebody, you know, just pay the taxes. That's it. Pay the taxes.
I would say the most common thing that I see is that a credit score is a credit score. Like a 700 credit score is not the same as someone else's 700 credit score. So if you have a different credit mix than somebody else, your 700 credit score will get you approved for more items than somebody else. So if you have more installment accounts, if you have more revolving accounts, if you have a better credit mix with the exact same score, I think that that's one thing that people don't get. Because I've worked with clients before, they're like, hey, I have a 720 that I still can't be approved, and I look at the credit report, they only have 1 item on there. Versus if I look at somebody else's account, they have 8 different items, and it's still 720, they're more likely to be approved. So that's one common thing that I've seen. Just try to build it up as much as you can, but every school is not the same.
Yeah, so I said it earlier, I can expand on it a little bit more. Biggest myth is the tax refund is a great thing. Again, there's situations where it can be a good thing, like if you have like claiming a child tax credit, you don't have a job and you're not working, or you get the earned income tax credit, or there's nothing for you to do, you just got money up front, so that's fine. But let's say you have a consistent job, W-2, you just put in money up on your paycheck and getting that back, and you get 5-figure return. Like, it feels good, but in reality, you was giving the government a loan, and they gave you very low interest on it. So in reality, you could have paid yourself first and did what you had to do. But then also, I would say, be weary of the social media experts. Like, there's a lot of folks that just say like what they might have heard, and they might throw a little sauce on it because they want to get you as a client. And it's actually very dangerous out there. Like, the information age is crazy as far as like what people will tell you to sell you on, and then you don't really see the back end of the whole story. Like, you know, folks, I'll give you another one to be careful of. There's some tax preparers that, because they'll get you a bigger refund, they'll say just like on your tax return, just file a Schedule C, if you have a hobby, and just open a business and just put all your personal expenses and write those off. Like, there's some realities where you can try to curtail maybe something that's more of a hobby or passion that you might get income from and try to write off expenses, but if you just try to transition your whole credit card to your tax return, you may get a flag, and when the IRS comes by and says, how are you related to your business, not only are you going to have to pay them back the return that you got, you might get the return, you might have to pay it back, and the penalties and the fees, and there's a whole bunch of things that you do not want to deal with. So be careful.
So as you guys know, your girl had to ask a question about the impact of the new administration, but I forgot to keep the camera rolling. But here are their responses.
Anyone didn't hear the question, basically the election results. How do you anticipate changes in each of their industries?
I remember we saw the day after the election, market went up 1,400 points, and now it's leveled off and brought back down. I would say not as much volatility, but sporadicness like that happening, which is a great opportunity for those who are dollar cost averaging these portfolios. So 5 days when the market's down 2 to 3 points in a week, right? Which may not seem like a lot, but a 1% move today is a lot bigger than a 1% move 4 or 5, 6 years ago. We didn't record highs throughout. I want a little heart, right? So I think at this point, you can't change it. You just have to adjust where it is and take it in. Like I would say our colleagues.
Anticipating changes, I would say, usually when we have a Democratic administration, I like to see more friendlier tax credits and benefits to those with families and kids. First, like I said, child tax credit. They expanded that over the past couple of years. Usually when it's a Republican White House, that you can see more benefits to business owners and to employees. So you may see more leniency or more incentives for those to open businesses and so on and so forth. So you're thinking about doing a business, now's the time to start looking towards some beneficial policies and tax alternatives.
But I include myself influencer around like that, and all those topics.
Yeah, so I mean, technically, the IRS defines a business as anything that is for profit. So as long, I mean, legally for profit, as long as your intention is to direct profit in any activity, if you're influence and so on and so forth, like technically can be considered a business in the IRS.
One thing I've seen in just the last few weeks alone is it's been a lot harder to get funding right now. It's all personal and the business side. So I would say right now is one of the main things to really get rid of all your consumer debt as much as you can. If you do have to accumulate debt, consolidate things, consolidate and work on any debt that you do have. This is the smartest time to do it. And like Jason was saying, there are so many different benefits to doing business on right now and business credit. And I think there's going to be so many more opportunities and funding and grow as a business owner as well.
But on the right side of that, they got a budget, but they gotta spend it with what they give from the money. You know what I'm saying? I think as a business owner, if you don't have a business, make one, kind of figure out what you like to do, and then just, the resources are out there, and people are trying to spend money, especially with people of color. Like, this is the renaissance of this, I feel, creative entrepreneurs.
Thank you. Here are some key things that I picked up from today's discussion. One, this new administration favors businesses. So if you have a business idea and you've been trying to launch it, this is the opportune time to do so. But make sure you know what you want to do and make sure you do your research before you get started. Number two, when you hire someone to prepare your taxes, you are still responsible for how they prepared your taxes. So it's important for us to be actively involved in our tax preparation and not passively submitting our paperwork, but not really understanding how our taxes are being prepared. And this is the opportune time you want to pay down on your debt. Any type of financial debt that you have, this is the year to focus on paying off that debt as soon as possible.
Step it out with the right leg. 1, 2, back, 4. Yes. 1, 2, back, 3, 4. I know we don't have mirrors. So you're going to listen to my right and my left. Yeah? 1, 2, back, 3, 4. We look back to the back. 1, 2, back, 3, 4. Yeah? 4 step, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Yeah? 5, 6, 7, 8, go 1, 2, back 3, 4, step, 5, 6, 7, and 8. How we feel? We all right? Don't be sorry. Let me see it. 5, 6, 7, 8, go 1, 2, back 3, 4, step, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 7 and 8. 8, yeah. So then 8 is a point. Boom. Again. 5, 6, 7, 8. Go 1, 2. Back 3, 4. Step. 5, 6, 7, and 8. You feel good? We all right? Good. All right. So 6, 7, 8. Go 1, 2. Back 3, 4. Step. 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Y'all feel good? Y'all got it? Y'all celebrate, so I'm thinking y'all got it. Let me see y'all. Let me see. 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, back 3, 4, step. 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Okay. Let's start.
In May, I was out of whack. I was so imbalanced. I was so hurt. My knee was hurting. I was bloated and overweight, a lot more than I'm overweight today. But I was bloated, and then I was having headaches. And I just hope the Holy Spirit just say, put yourself on your gut health program. How many caregivers is in here? You care for everybody else, and you forget to care for yourself, right? So I created a protocol for myself, and I was like, you're right. Like, why wouldn't I think of that? And I put myself, for real, I said my 3 chief complaints. My joints are hurting, I'm craving. So I did my detox kit, and I started to change. I began to work out a lot more. I started working out 3 times a week. I began to be a lot more mindful. I became an empty nester, so I began to be able to focus on me. I changed my medicine cabinet from my bathroom to my kitchen. Nothing is in the bathroom no more in those cabinets that we cannot see anything. Now it's in the kitchen because what? We're always in the kitchen. So now when I open that cabinet, I can see my herbs. I need to take my vitamins. So I changed my structure of my lifestyle. When I did the detox on the 8th day, and I remember, and I have a video if anybody is interested because I knew no one would believe me. On the 8th day, I pooped out worms. Really? I have the video, sis. I promise you. I was in the bathroom the longest. I was like, this feels weird. And I meant weird because I was like going through, it wasn't hurting, but it was just like, it's taking longer. And you could tell when you crapping a lot. It was like a soft serve ice cream. I'm just being honest in the room, okay? I'm sorry for the visual people that are visual, but it was like a soft serve. So I told my daughter, and you know, y'all, we take our phones in that bathroom all the time, and this one time I did not have that damn phone in there. I yelled to my daughter, I said, bring me my phone. And I said, look. And she was like, Mom, I said, look. And she was like, I don't see what you see. I said, get my phone. And I went, I lifted up that toilet, and I went in. I was like, oh my, and you know, I pulled for. I had 5 worms that I could see. It was some beige tails, and it was some pink tails. I felt my best after that bowel movement. Now I know y'all be feeling good after you have a bowel movement, but I felt my best. And so after feeling my best after that bowel movement, I'm gonna tell you an hour later. My skin began to clear up. I didn't know I had a visual problem. My vision got cleared. I was like it wasn't a film. I didn't even know it was a film around it. And then I started to see my skin. And then I noticed on day number 2 and 3, my knee didn't hurt anymore. And that's when I said, I'm going to be an advocate for my own product and my own program. And I'm going to let we actually have parasites that no one ever talks about. I have only 3 more minutes, and before I close, I just want to let you guys know. When you have a dry cough, it could be a parasite. They hatch in the lungs, not the stomach, not be a colon. So a dry cough, a persistent dry cough, it could be parasites. People with seizures, they move up to the brain. It could be parasite. ADHD, it could stem from a parasitic infestation in children younger. So what I'm telling you guys, the best cleanse is a digestive cleanse. Whatever is in your gut, it could be mucus, it could be parasites, heavy metals, whatever is in there will free you up. I like to do a cleanse every 3 months. I do it every quarter, every season. And because of what I've experienced, and I've been able to maintain my health a lot better, my mood swings, my hormones, everything is balanced now because this is the turning point. How long does your toxins are different levels, there's different ones, And so it really depends, but you can go 14 day and you can go, yeah. And I didn't do the parasite cleanse. I did a small intestines cleanse. Oh. Yes. And so I was like, oh my God. But for those who want to just do a parasite, you can. But the small intestines, it was able to come out through that way.
How are you doing? Yeah? I saw both y'all dancing out here. Okay. A little struggle sometimes, but y'all got it at the end. I saw the progression. I love it. Okay, cool. Well, my name is Namaste Marley. I'm going to guide us through a short practice just to kind of ground ourselves back down. I know that the day has been full of such beautiful energy. Shout out to my girl Michelle for bringing me back here. I'm so excited to be sharing this practice. Is anybody's first time doing yoga at all? Yes, okay, good. Okay, kind of sort of. Okay, cool. Amazing. So we're going to start pretty much exactly where you are, with our legs crossed on your back. And I just want you to gently bring your eyes closed. And I just want you to bring yourself into this present moment. Take in the space around you, taking in everything that you hear, everything that you feel. And then I want you to just begin to observe the breath. Allowing the breath to move in through the nose, going past the chest, deep into the belly. And on the exhale, relax the shoulders, feel your seat get a little bit heavier to the back. Again, breathing in through the nose, nice and soft. Notice if the chest is rising, see if you can push the belly out more than the chest rises.
What she is describing, when you take that deep breath, relax your shoulders and allow your belly to protrude when you take your inhalation. That is diaphragmatic breathing, which has many health benefits.
Exhale through the nose, belly button low. One more time, inhale. And exhale. On the inhale, we're going to drop the belly down to the ground, set the heart forward, find your cow pose. On the exhale, bring your chin into the chest first and let the spine kind of do the rest. Sucking the tailbone in and back to the spine. Good, just like that. Inhale, cow pose, drop the belly. Exhale, round through the spine. Inhale, calf. And lift the heel up just a little bit more. And on the exhale, bring your knee to your right elbow. Squeeze through your glutes. Good, just like that. Inhale, send it back. Extend. Exhale.
Did you guys know that some private insurance plans actually cover or partially or fully reimburse for your gym membership, including Medicare Advantage plans and Medicare supplemental insurance? And also many people are part of companies, especially large corporations, that have wellness programs and may have varied benefits for their employees. You can also inquire whether or not your gym membership is eligible for reimbursement through your health savings plan, which is your HSA, or your flexible spending account, which is your FSA.
Heel up a little bit more. Exhale, bring your knee to the left elbow. Squeeze through the oblique and send it back out. Good, just like that. Bring it in. Exhale, send it out. 2 more times. Inhale to the elbow. Exhale, send it back. 1 last time. Inhale, bring it in. Hold. Step the foot onto the outer edge of the left pinky finger and send the hips forward. So you can roll out your wrists, you can roll out your neck. Open and close the jaw, maybe find a child's pose.
So you guys, today we're giving you enough of a glimpse of each exercise activity so that you can actually try it out.
We'll be back at the tabletop in 10, 9, 8, 7, good, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. You know what? Let's all meet child's pose. I feel like we all want to be there right now. So let's listen to our bodies. We're here in child's pose. Knees open wide, big toes to touch. Go ahead and walk the fingertips forward, lengthen through the spine. Take a breath in. Exhale, walk both fingertips over towards the right side of the mat. Place your left hand on top. Circle out the third eye onto the mat. Awaken the center, the seat of intuition, that space that's all knowing, all trusting. And then slowly begin to shift your weight now into our tabletop position. Go ahead and tuck your toes underneath the heels, downward facing dog, send the hips back and up to the sky. Alternate from heel to heel, bending into one knee and then bending into the other. Open up the fingertips wide, push into the L shape of the hand. Inhale, lift both heels high. Exhale, send them back and down into the earth. 2 more times, inhale, lift both heels high. Exhale, set them back down. Good. 1 more time. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, release. Release any tension in your head. Let your neck kind of just fall. Maybe you grab onto opposite elbows and you can sway from side to side. Shaking the head, yes, for all the things we're accepting. Shaking the head, no, for the things that will stay in 2024, okay? And then shake the head, yes, 1 more time, ending on that affirmative, that I'm ready. Slowly release the hands down to the mat. Toe your feet together to touch, and on our toes, inhale, let's roll ourselves up, vertebrae, vertebrae. Some of y'all moving too fast, go back down. We're taking our time today, okay? Slowly lift yourself up. Exhale, set them down. Inhale, reach the arms all the way high. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Standing at attention, from our feet to knee. Blink the eyes slow. Arms all the way high to the sky, not close. We're gonna grab onto the left wrist, pull yourself up and over towards the right. Feel the last little bit of sun on your face. Twist the chest to the sky. Find a little bit of a deeper stretch in that left side body. Inhale, reach both arms back up, switch it out. Grabbing onto the right wrist, pulling yourself up and over towards the left. Good. Breathe in again, twist the chest up just a little bit more, create space in the ribs. Inhale, reach both arms back to the sky. Exhale, open the arms out wide, lift the chest, baby back bend, sending the weight to the toes. Beautiful, good. Inhale, arms come back high. Exhale, hands to heart center, lower the chest all the way down. Whatever is accessible to toes, the ground. On the inhale, find your halfway lift. Place the hands onto the shins or way down to the belly, the knees, and the thighs. We're going to extend the fingertips so that they're off of our mat. Fingertips are off the ground. The palms of our hands are tented up. Inhale, lift the chest off. And lift the chest to the sky. Exhale, slowly release it down. Just like that. Inhale, exhale, downward facing dog. Send the hips back and up to the sky. Inhale, send the knees forward. Exhale, travel to the top of your mat. Good. Inhale, halfway lift, go through the chest. Exhale, go hug, let it pull. Good. Inhale, to rise, reach your arms all the way up. Bring the palms together to touch. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center, back to Samasthiti. Good. That is our Surya Namaskar A. Good. Inhale, arms back up. Exhale, forward fold, hands to heart center, all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank pose, lower all the way down to the belly. Place the hands onto the outer edge of the mat. We've got 3 times. Inhale, lift the chest up. Exhale, send it back down. Inhale. Inhale, lift it back up. Exhale, let it go. Last time. Inhale, exhale, chair pose with airplane arms. Second hand straight back. Good. We're going to interlace the fingertips on the small of the back. And now inhale, lift the chest, pull the knuckles back. Guide the chest all the way down. Keep your fingertips interlaced. And then into the left knee, straight to the right. Breathe into the hamstring. Good. Be patient with yourself. Remember that intention, non-comparison, non-judgment. Breathe in. Switch it out. Left knee is bent. Right leg is straight. You're still with the fingertips up to the side. So there's a couple options. We're going to take a few of these. It's a short flow, but we're going to take a good amount of them, okay? So I want you to take care of your body first and foremost. Sound good? Oh, y'all don't sound good at all. Sound good, y'all? Okay, let's all try a chaturanga together. Let's all stand up. Feet inside of your halfway lift. You want to use my mat? I'm going to get you my mat. Knee inside of your halfway lift with your hands onto your thighs or your shins. On your exhale, place the hands onto the mat, step the feet back, full extension of chaturanga. Inhale, shift the weight forward. Go ahead and lower down halfway. Bring your elbows into the side body. Oh, beautiful. Inhale, upwards facing dog. Lift the knees and the thighs. Exhale, downwards facing dog. Oh, professionals, easy, we're done. Let's keep it going. Inhale, lift the right leg high to the sky. Exhale, lower. Step the foot in between the thighs. We're going to drop the back knee down to the ground. Inhale, reach both arms up. Nice. Place the right hand onto the hip. And then reach up and over with the left hand. Feeling that stretch. So we did the same stretch when we were standing up earlier during our sun salutation. But now we're doing it a little bit deeper, going up the quad, into the hamstring, or into the flex, then reaching through the obliques and the fingertips. Breathe in. On the exhale, step the hips a little bit more forward. Good. Inhale, bring both arms back high. Exhale, set the hips all the way back, flexing through your tongue. Good. Inhale, lift through the chest. Exhale, close. Slowly walk the hands forward, come on back into that lunge. We're going to pick up the back knee, lifting the knee. Inhale, warrior two. Lift your arms up, extend, and send the gaze over the front knee. Open up through the front pinky toe, palms towards the ground. Lift the right palm to the sky. Inhale, reverse warrior. Bring the right hand straight back. Release any tension from the shoulders to the ears. Take a breath in. Exhale, go on to the left hip. Reach up and over with the right. As you reach over, continue to send the hips down. Come back to the breath. Get out of the mind, into the body. Breathe in. Breathe in. Inhale, bring both arms back now. Good. Exhale, send the hips back, flex the toes towards the face, stretch through the hamstring and breathe. In through the nose. Stay for the breath out. Inhale, walk the legs forward, walk the knee forward. Good. Tuck the back heel under, lift the back knee up. Spin the back heel down first. Inhale, open the arms wide. Palms of the hands are facing towards the ground. Send the gaze over the middle finger. Good. Put the front palm to the sky. Inhale, reverse warrior. Reach behind you. Take a breath in. Center. Froggy squat. Toes out, heels in. Sit the hips down. Down, and we're going to roll all the way onto our backs. Meaning in Supta Baddha Konasana, so the knees will be open wide, the soles of our feet are going to come to touch. Placing one hand on your heart, another hand onto your belly. Find that connection from the heart forward. And just take a second to breathe into the present moment. Just rock from side to side, massaging the lower back. We'll grab onto the right knee, let the left leg extend long, dropping the heel onto the ground. Take a breath in. Exhale, supine twist, bring the right knee up and over the body. Send the gaze to the right, send the knee to the left. If it feels safe for you, you can blink the eyes closed and just allow yourself to breathe. I'm going to pass it over to the side. Thank you so much, y'all.
I stopped in briefly at the sound bath, but your girl had to go. Hey you guys, it's been an amazing day. As you can see, it is now dark outside. We spent the entire day doing different activities of wellness, of taking care of our bodies, our minds, and our spirits, and just community, being in community together. This was just a lovely day. Thank you, Black on the Block. This is Dr. T, the hand behind the handle of Healthy Bump Club right here on YouTube and Healthy Bump .club on Instagram. And don't forget, we're also on Fanbase. Thank you guys for following along with me today. I hope you had as much fun as I did. Don't forget to take care of you in this new season. We thank you guys for following us, for supporting us, and we'll see you in next episode. And check out my earrings, y'all. Check out my earrings. Love it. Butterfly effect.